Shalom, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim HaKakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us His truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. And the brother Yeshua, I'm back with a quick World War III daily update. The last one until Monday. All right, and there's not much going on except for more of the same. World War III is raging on. They just haven't declared it, but they soon will have to. All right, I don't know what that is. Go with it. So anyway, let's get World War III real quick in the Bible. Revelation 9. Okay, so from here, from Revelation 1 down to 11 is speaking and describing World War I. Okay? And Revelation 9 and 12 mentions all three world wars. All right? The first woe, World War I, has passed. Here it is, right here. This is them describing what took place. Behold, two woes are still to follow. Okay, that's Berean. And that's good enough. All right. Now let's go to the Second World War. Here it is right here. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe has passed. Right? Behold, the third woe is coming shortly. Here's where we are right here. And we know that we're in the third woe right now. They just haven't declared it openly yet. But the fighting is going on. The traitorism is going on. The switching of sides. The alliances. Okay, the allies. The allied forces on both sides are already doing what they do. Okay. Now, France just got played out in front of everybody, and France is mad. All right. France is supposed to be in the EU and in the UN and all of that, but Australia gave them the head fake and didn't give them that money that they need. So now they're mad, right? And America was the one that gave them the nuclear subs or offered them to them. So they basically got in the way of a deal, right? And you're supposed to be allies with each other. So what's going to happen as a result of that? Okay? Because they were all eating together. France, UK, US, Australia, and the Israelis, they're all eating bread together. But and Germany. But now Germany is being left out. Germany and France are getting kicked to the curb, so to speak. And they're not happy about it. What are they naturally going to do? Okay. Well, they're mad as hell. Let's get Obadiah. No such luck. O-E-A-D-I-A. This is Obadiah 1 and 7. What does this say? How about this? All the men allied with you will drive you to the border. The men at peace with you will deceive and overpower you. Okay? Who is this talking about? This is talking about Germany, France. What'd you do? You deceived them so they can come back and get you. Those who eat your bread will set a trap for you. Who? France is going to set a trap. Germany is going to set a trap for who? Babylon the Great, which is America, without your awareness of it. Okay? Which basically amounts to Satan tossing out Satan. So how then can his kingdom stand? When we say kingdom, we mean this whole beast system. All right? Okay? So that's what we see going on right now. Let's get one more on that. This is Psalm 41. Psalm 41, 9. Even my close friend who I trusted, this is France speaking, the ones who shared, no, this is the U.S. speaking about France. Even my close friend who I trusted. Well, how can they trust you when you're, infringing on their deal? The one who shared my bread has lifted up his heel against me. Okay? This is what we're seeing right now. Let's look at it. Okay, so China, you got China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, all right, all against Israel, US, UK, Australia. Now France and Germany are going to switch sides. And eventually everybody's going to jump ship and come against Babylon the Great, which is America, all right, because of dirty dealings. All right, so Israel, let's start here. This is a day ago. Israel's Iron Dome under heavy attack. Iran didn't expect U.S. move. All right, so here's Israel. All right. Israel and Iran in the same sentence means that these two are enemies. They're foes. They're fighting against each other. Okay? Because the prize is Israel, the land of Israel. All right? And what's going on? The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, is setting this place up to be cleansed and cleared out for the true children of Israel to be planted back in their home. Okay? Because it's being occupied by two nations that don't belong there. All right, so he's going to clean it out by gathering the troops into the Valley of Jehoshaphat and then destroying those troops and then launching an aerial attack, right? And cleansing them out, which is going to result in mutually assured destruction because everybody's going to be mad after their military is wiped out. All right, so here we have breaking. Russia launches heavy attack, heavy airstrike. Iran shocked. Israel, U.S., and Russia finally, I don't know what that is. Okay, let's move on. Breaking. U.S. surprise attack on China. What? Russian action. U.S. hits with it. Iran. Okay, so this is crazy. All right, because China right now is about to reclaim their territory, Taiwan, right? Let's look at this. Bear with me on the commercial. All right,
here we go. Dear listeners, welcome to the Deep Journal channel. By subscribing to our channel, you can be informed about detailed reports every time. While China's activities in the South China Sea continue, the United States seems to be preparing new surprises for China with the United Nations meeting held in the USA. Tensions have increased to the highest level with China both threatening Australia and claiming Taiwan as a Chinese province in the region.
Okay, so, and that's the reason that the U.S. sold those nuclear submarines to put China at bay, right? So you can see how World War III is really already in effect. So this is what we're looking at.
At the same time, the pressure of the USA on China, which has already become a great enemy due to the trade race it has entered with the USA since the Trump era, began to form in the South China Sea. China showed a great reaction against the United States, which signed a large arms sales deal to Taiwan, its main enemy in the region. At the same time, the nuclear submarines that will be sold to Australia together with the AUKUS Union, which we shared with you in detail as DJ, are shown as a move that will shelve China's threatening attitude in the South China Sea and the Pacific. China, which got stuck behind these moves, warned the USA. In particular, Chinese President Xi intimidated the countries of the region by making statements that he would add Taiwan to Chinese territory as soon as possible. It was also right after these statements that China harassed Taiwan's airspace with 10 warplanes, including nuclear bombers, which we shared with you as the Deep Journal at the beginning of the week. The USA will now host the leaders of Japan, India, and Australia, the most powerful countries after China in the South China Sea, at the White House. This meeting has been named the Greater Asia Alliance. The realization of this meeting may upset all of China's regional plans. On the other hand, the USA, together with the Greater Asia Alliance, aims to put China in a much more difficult situation in both the South and East China Seas.
Okay, so there's your World War III. All right, you got U.S. going heads up with China. All right, and making strategic moves, right, at the expense of their own allies. All right, so let's go back. All right, so that was this. Let's go here to carrier pigeon. Let's find out what this is. Okay, this is more of the same. The USA stabbed France in the back. Mind blowing. Game to fight against China. You see this? Whole different, and all of these are basically the same channel, but they're saying the same thing over and over. All right. The huge chess game is going on. They just kicked the chessboard. France and Germany got left out. Okay, and letting you know big moves are being made. All right, they just explained it pretty good. All right, so let's go up to secret files real quick. We could just go ahead and call it. That just happened right there. All right, war fears explode as China sends 19 fighter jets into Taiwan. They just said that in the other one, so we don't have to. That's good enough, all right, that you know what's going on. So you know something's going to go on over the weekend, all right? And we'll be here to tell you about it on Monday, all right? World War III rages on, all right? And no one is going to stop this. It's a runaway train at this point. Let's get one on the way out. This is Isaiah 14. Okay, because Iran is making bold moves. All right, they're stirring this whole thing up. Isaiah 14. 10. This is what Iran is saying. They will all respond to you saying, who's you? It's Babylon the Great. They're saying this to the U.S. They're saying this to their allies, the Israelis. You too have become weak as we are, meaning, hey, we just became strong. You have become like us, right? Your pomp has been brought down to hell, along with the music of you. You're in trouble now, okay? Let's get that in Joel. This is Joel. This is what Iran is saying. Hey, we got nukes too now. All right? This is what Iran is doing. Beat your plowshares into swords, which is your gardening tools into weapons, and your pruning hooks into spears. Same thing. Let the weak say, I am strong. The weak was Iran. Now they're strong. Why? We got weapons too. Have you become as weak as we are? Meaning, we're even now. Let's do this. Okay? Now that we're evenly matched, and we're going to get this thing on and popping. Right? We're not afraid of you, Israel. We're coming to get you. Get out of our land. All right? That's what's being said. So, with that, I hope that the elect were edified, and until next week, shalom.